Hey Brazen, welcome back for another Maddie Monday. Today we have a 20-minute AMRAP where you could use either a kettlebell or a dumbbell for each of the movements that I'm about to list. So you're going to start off with 10 single arm hikes, 10 Romanian deadlifts, 10 single arm snatches, 10 swings that could be Russian or American depending on your headspace or overhead space and the objects that you're using, and then 10 half burpees. My suggestion here is that you go through 10 of each, and then the next round that you go through 10 on the other arm. You could split it up 5 and 5 if you'd like to move a little bit quicker, but try 10 and then go with the next round 10. The thing within this 20-minute AMRAP is that at minutes 5, 10, 15, and 20, you're actually going to be performing 5 head cutters and then jumping right back into that AMRAP. After we complete these 20 minutes, we're going to take a brief rest. Then you're going to move straight into 8 minutes on the minute of a 40-second Philly hold with 20 seconds of rest, alternating arms each minute. Now to demo these movements, for these single arm hikes, you're going to take one object, in my case it's the dumbbell, putting that object slightly in front of you. Think of a football player hiking a ball, hinging at the hip, reaching for that object, bringing those hips slightly up, swinging that object below, and controlled back down. So 10 on one arm, then you're going to do 10 on the other the next time you go through the AMRAP. Next, you're going to go into the Romanian deadlift. So with the Romanian deadlift, rather than pulling from the ground each rep, you're going to be starting by deadlifting the kettlebell or dumbbell up, hinging those legs back, slight bend in the knee, making sure you keep a flat back, coming down as far as you can, snapping those hips to full extension. So hinging at the hip, sending those hips back, coming back down, keeping a flat back, and snapping up. You should really feel this in your hamstrings. After the deadlift, you're going to move into 10 single arm snatches. So starting from the ground, nice flat and tight back, tracing the body, bringing that hand straight up above overhead, keeping that core tight, head slightly in front of your shoulder, coming back down, snatching that dumbbell overhead or kettlebell. After those snatches, you're going to move into these swings, American or Russian. So for me, in my current living space, I am going to do Russian. Key here for both movements is making sure we're hinging at the hip, sending those hips back, knees tracing over the feet, arm up, keeping that core tight, fully extending those hips at the top of the swing, 10 of those. Next are those half burpees. So taking 2 dumbbells, or if you have one kettlebell, keeping your arms straight, coming into, I'll do this from the side, coming into that plank position, making sure that we're keeping our core engaged, not dipping those hips, not keeping our hips high, bringing those feet up, jumping them up, coming back out into the full plank position, keeping those knees up, back out into a full plank, making sure that we're keeping those arms locked out, core tight, and back out. Lastly, within this AMRAP, when you're hitting the 5, 10, 15, and 20-minute mark, you are going to be performing those 5 head cutters. So start by sending the hips back, cleaning the dumbbell up, coming into a squat, making sure that we're keeping our chest up, pushing up, bringing that head through the window, coming back down, cleaning the dumbbell up, coming into a squat, pushing that head through the window. 5 head cutters. Next, you're going to take your rest, then you're going to go into the 8-minute, on the minute, 40-second Philly hold. So for this, you're going to need 2 objects. one lighter and one heavier. So in my case, I don't have 2 dumbbells, I just have 2 20s. So I have a 20-pound dumbbell and an unequal weight of a Bacardi bottle. So taking the heavier object, holding it into that front rack position, making sure that we're not resting this on our shoulder, causing us to tilt to the side, keeping it front rack, making sure that our hips and body stack, core is engaged, glutes are squeezed. Bringing that lighter weight, having the palms facing towards you, press up and hold that weight up above for the 40 seconds. Holding it, keeping your core tight, glutes squeezed, everything is engaged. Come back down, rest for 20 seconds, and then do the same thing at the next minute with the opposite hand. I hope you all have a great week. I'll see you next Monday.